Hey there, Pastor Tabitha Purple. We are doing our tips and tricks for today. Tips and tricks for today are for parents about celebrating the victory. Now, there is so many articles, so much that has been written about this, but I really feel I need to emphasize this again and just say that it's really important that you celebrate, especially your children, what they do well. You encourage them when they reach a milestone. I have children of different ages and abilities and different IQ levels, different all sorts going on in my home. And so they all have progressed at different levels. Sometimes the kid you think is going to do really well at one thing does not, and a kid that you think, oh, he's never going to get this, is out of his jurisdiction, gets it just like that. And what I've learned is to really celebrate the good things, and we try and encourage them to celebrate the good things. So much so that the youngest one today decided, I can't believe it, that was her phrase of the morning. She had managed to get a car to do some kind of flip over in one of her tracks. I have no idea what happened, to be honest, but she came running in and she's like, I can't believe it. And we were like, what can't you believe? Well done. And one of my children's instinct was to go, what is it? It's nothing. He didn't do anything. Because that's how he feels about himself. And so we had a really good opportunity to say, hey, she's 2, let us celebrate the victory for her. Because for her, this was a difficult task. Whatever it is that she can't believe she did, she's happy with it. And so who are you to tell her that that isn't good enough, that that is not a big thing? Because when you were her age, it was a big thing. And so it was a really great moment to actually reinforce the lesson we had been given him the whole way along, which is that what you do is important. When you reach a milestone, regardless of how many people had got there before you, it does not matter. It is your milestone and it does not detract from it. And you know, this is something I learned very early on in parenting. You know, especially because parenting is quite competitive. I don't know if y'all noticed this. It's quite competitive. And so when did your kid take the first steps? When did they say their first words? When did they start on solids? When did you start them on this? When did they do this? My child can tell colors. My child can count. And you get really easily sucked into this. It's really easy because what starts as honest, and it starts honestly, it starts as from a good place of, oh my gosh, my kid just did this amazing thing, I'm so happy, quite easily turns into, but your kid hasn't done that yet, oh my goodness. So it goes like so easily into competitive nonsense. And I don't think most parents want to be competitive about their children. I don't think that's where they start. But because it's everybody saying the same thing at roughly the same time, it goes, oh, well, what if Lars has got, you know, his colors down, well then when Mikey needs to have his colors down, you know, if so-and-so has this, then this, my child needs to, and it's like, no, come on, celebrate your child for who they are and what they are achieving. And don't worry about what everyone else is doing all the time. Sometimes it's good to know what everyone else is doing to kind of go, okay, roughly we're in the right ballpark of developmental milestones, because there comes a point when that comes important for talking to specialists and things like that if your children have any developmental delays, etc. But outside of that, why are we comparing our children? No, celebrate the victories. And as a parent, enjoy the victories. Enjoy those moments when they've got something, especially if it's a lesson you've been hammering on for, it feels like forever, and they finally do it. Jump on it, celebrate it, have a party, put a cake in the middle, blow out a candle, like do the thing. Because guess what? You're not going to get that time again. And you may as well show them what it's like to be pleased, to be confident, to be content with what they are achieving in life, as opposed to constantly chasing and feeling disappointed, constantly chasing and feeling guilty, constantly chasing and feeling let down. Because guess what? There will always, my mum used to tell me, there will always be someone bigger and better than you. There will. Somebody will always do something that you can't do. And then what are you going to feel like? Then you're just going to try and be the best at everything? That's not what life's about. Life isn't about trying to be the best at everything so that you can better everybody else. Life is not about that. And I think that that's a really good lesson for all of us to learn. We need to find contentment in our own situations, in our own abilities, in our own way of doing things, so that we're not constantly chasing the dreams. because sometimes that's what's letting us down. So yeah, celebrate the victory, celebrate those moments, celebrate your child for who your children are. Have a blessed and beautiful day. Bye-bye.